What's going on, guys? It's Carter and welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure how many of you have tried to buy the Cuts joggers and maybe you didn't fit in them, but if you're a tall guy like me, you ran into an issue where they were too slim, too tight, and not long enough. Well, fret no more, because I think that Cuts a couple weeks back secretly released a tall version of their joggers. So I had no idea that Cuts released a tall version, and I'm so excited today to check them out and give you a side-by-side comparison of a couple of the sizes of the tall version and show you why I am super happy that I finally have a pair of joggers that will fit me from Cuts. So we're going to dive right on into that. I'm going to show you a large and an extra large, which are the two sizes I was deciding between. And I'm going to show you whether you want to size up, size down, some of the different colors, some of the unique features of the joggers, and really just give you a good feel for what they look like and feel like when you're deciding if you want to pick up a pair of these joggers for yourself. So first up, these are the extra large joggers in slate. Slate is a greenish color. I really like this new color. They released in a lot of different things. I have a quarter zip that I really like in the slate colorway, but these are the extra larges. You'll notice, I think they fit me pretty well. They're relatively loose in the crotch area, which is good. You don't want it to be pulling too much and making the pockets kind of pop out like you might notice on the larges when I put them on. But you'll also, and probably the most important thing for me, notice that these are not capris. They're not hitting me mid-calf. These actually stretch all the way down until just above the ankle, which is just where you want them to hit if you're going to be wearing joggers. Now, I'm normally a 32 in waist and a 36 in inseam, which is going to be your length. I even go up to a 37 for my Lululemons, so I have really long legs and a really skinny waist. But you can see these XLs fit me really well. I'm not wearing a belt, they're not falling off. And you can see that even with normally being used to 36-inch inseams, these fit me really, really well. As far as how tight they are, these are going to be athletic fit. So keep in mind, they're going to be a little bit tight, but I would say that these are exactly what I would like. I don't like my stuff to be too tight, but you'll notice here that the calves are a little bit tight like you would want joggers to be, but then you're a little bit looser kind of in the crotch region, and then all around the waist, it's a lot looser. One thing I do want to point out here is that they actually gave you a lot of wiggle room in the waist, because you can see here, they actually used stretchy material. So you can see it's kind of bunched up there. So it's a little bit elasticy, which gives you, if you have a wider waist, because I'm a 32, 34, depending on the day, but I'm like a 32, 34-ish for the waist. And these will give you a little bit more stretch if you're kind of bigger around the waist and still have long legs. And that's the beauty of it, is that for me, they're tight, but if you have a bigger waist, it'll stretch out a little bit. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility there, which I think is really, really welcome with these pants. Keep in mind, these are extra large, so you don't have too much more to go up. I believe they have XXL. I'm not sure if they have triple XL, but these are about as long as you're gonna get and about as wide as you're gonna get. And I think that they fit me pretty well. And I still have a little bit of room here in the side due to that elastic material, which is really, really nice to have. So let's take a look at some of the cool things that Cuts implemented in their design of these joggers real quick. So first up, you're gonna notice that Cuts actually added in a button and a sliding clasp. I don't know what you would call that, but what you see on a suit pant. So that's really nice. The button, of course, everything's high quality. You got a nice zipper in there. And then one of my favorite things ever is the fact that you've got an actual pocket right here, right? Just a deep pocket. And then you've got a zipper pocket right here, which is a really nice attention to detail, because I'm a big fan of being able to zip stuff away that you don't want to lose when you're sitting down. So I'm glad Cuts decided to implement a zipper pocket in that. Big fan of this, really nice attention to detail on it, and I think Cuts really knocked it out of the park with these joggers. All right, so these are going to be the joggers in a large tall. So first thing you'll notice, you may not be able to see because it's a darker color, which makes it a lot harder to see kind of the outlines and stuff like that. But you may notice that it's a lot tighter around the calves. It definitely feels like my motion and my movement is being restricted a little bit more. So definitely too tight for me. I can feel it kind of hugging everything, whereas the other ones gave me a little bit more range of motion. They fit a little bit looser and they just felt a lot more comfortable to be in. The pockets flare out a little bit more because they're tighter, so you can just tell kind of all around they're a little bit tighter than probably what I would normally wear. I'll end up gifting these to a friend. But you'll also notice that as far as the length goes, I would say maybe you're looking at another inch or a half inch. There's a little bit of a difference as far as length in the joggers, and you can definitely feel it. It feels like I'm showing a lot more of my ankles than the previous ones. So for a guy like me, I would recommend maybe sizing up. I would say if you're on the fence about something, size up. You will not regret it. It's not going to be really wide around. I mean, I'm wearing an extra large on the ones that I like to wear, and I have a 32-inch waist. So I would say probably up to like a 34-inch waist. You should be fine, super comfortable. The one thing to keep in mind is that the waist is a little bit flexible. We could probably squeeze a little bit more, but you wouldn't really want to. So I would say if you're on the edge, size up, go with the more comfortable size because you're going to be wearing them a lot and you want them to be more comfortable. And as you can see, these are going to be the extra large as well. So these are going to fit me a little bit better than the previous ones. They're kind of bunched up a little bit right now, but you can see a little bit less ankle showing, but again, so much more flexibility and breathability on them. So I'm a big fan of sizing up to the XL. As far as the pockets go, really big pockets. I mean, these things are roomy as all get out. And then they did a great job with the back pockets. Even a zipper pocket. They give you a back zipper pocket, which I love. I think that's super cool. So I am a fan of everything else that Cuts releases, but especially these. I am glad, I'm very thankful that Cuts decided to take the feedback that everybody was sharing in the community and make a tall version for some of us bigger guys. So I know that there's a lot of other guys out there that are excited to finally wear these. I know that people are out there buying Lululemon stuff as kind of a comparative thing, and I think that these are a great option. These are gonna be a little bit more casual. Keep that in mind. A little bit more casual than the Lululemon ones, I think, but they're giving them a run for their money, of course. I'm definitely going to try to get these by at work. I think it should be perfectly fine, but you can just tell from the way that they fit that they're more joggers than like something that you could pass as like dress pants. So big fan of these. If you're interested in picking up your own set of joggers, make sure you use the link in my description below for 15% off your order on Cuts, or use coupon code CarterSchaefer at checkout, even if you're a returning customer. That's a great deal. I get a kickback, you get some percentage off, everybody's happy, and you can look good with your tall joggers on. If you want these shoes, make sure you check out my YouTube short on the Allbirds Pacers. By far and away the comfiest shoes I've ever worn. I wear these things everywhere. They get better as I wear them, and I feel like I didn't even do them justice on the short. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate having you here, and make sure you subscribe because I'm almost at 1,000 subs. Thanks, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.